real talk. I just want to talk candidly and casually about life, and specifically what it's like to be a full-time student and also an artist or a writer or whatever it is that you do. It's impossible to fill your plate with everything that you want. And recently, as you can see by these eye bags, I have been doing just that. And I made myself a promise on January 1st of 2020 that I was going to write every single day without fail for 365 days in a row. And to an extent, I have done that. I've written constantly. I've just jotted down little snippets of poems and memoir pieces, but I haven't been able to post every single day. And for a long time, I was beating myself up over that because I felt like I was breaking my goal and, just having a creative setback. But recently, I've been thinking a lot about that. And I have come to the conclusion that it's just not fair, and I'm tired of demanding that of myself, and I'm tired of the world demanding that from anyone, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. It's quite literally impossible. If the cup is empty, there is nothing to pour. And if you do try to pour it out, you're just gonna end up with frustration and anger at yourself for not living up to your own expectations. And so I just wanted to challenge you, because I am doing the same, and I'm vowing to myself to do the same for the rest of the year, to that, to just try your hardest to shake that from your mindset and the way that you operate as a creative or a student or as just a person. It's not healthy to run yourself into the ground for the purpose of creating. You come first. Your relationships, everything else in your life that you hold near and dear to your heart, that will always come first. And so much comes into play. So I'm a senior in college, and I'm in the process of trying to figure out my undergraduate thesis, and I'm taking my hardest classes yet. And yet I'm demanding of myself to pour out my heart every single night on a public platform, which has been one of the best experiences of my life and so enlightening. But I, yet again, am just so tired. And that doesn't mean I'm forfeiting the project. It just means that I'm not going to get upset and riled up because I can't prioritize my output. I feel like sometimes you just really have to prioritize the input of your life and fill it with whatever it is that brings you peace and stillness, especially in this crazy nonsensical year. 2020 has been a lot, I think, for all of us in some way. Maybe it hasn't been your worst year yet, but I don't know. I can't speak for you, but I can speak from the body and mind of a person who has been through the ringer this year. And I just want her to tell you that you are your first priority and you always should be. And I want you to pour yourself into the things that give you purpose, whether it's going for long walks or writing or talking to old friends from high school on the phone or talking to God in the middle of an open field. you know. Because guys, this world is unbelievably unpredictable, and it's heartbreaking, and it'll tear you apart at the seams if you let it, or even if you don't, it'll find its way. And I'm not saying that from a nihilistic point of view. I'm just saying it because it's real and it's what we experience every single day. There's no way to know what comes next. There's no way to predict the next chapter of your life or your purpose. You just have to live it out, and you have to realize that you're so much more than your output. And I struggle with that day in and day out. I've talked about that before, but you are only defined by who you were when you were on this planet and what kind of person you tried your hardest to be for other people. And what did you live by? What were you about? Those are the questions. And those are the questions that I urge you to wrestle with at some point. Not to get into an existential crisis, but just to reevaluate how you're living and what you're dedicating your time to intentionally and unintentionally, because it's all important. Your time is money. More than money. Your time is invaluable. But that's pretty much all I have to say. That's what Michelle has to offer on a Monday night with her cheeky eyeliner that she put on solely for an interview. And I want you to know that if you ever doubt the value of your life or the value of who you are and the essence of yourself, that I want you to message me, because I want to talk and I want to tell you a lot of things that I won't get into. But I just want you to key takeaways, because I've been rambling. Love yourself, love other people, work hard, push yourself, but not to your breaking point. And if you ever doubt that your life is important and needed and that you are the most incredible thing, please DM me, because we need to talk. No, but seriously, I'm here and I want to be your friend. You have a lot to say to you and to converse with you about if you are having your doubts about your place in this crazy bubble of a universe. That got deep. Yeah, well, this has been fun. Just being raw and authentic and messy. And I hope that you got something out of this. And I'm sorry for clogging your story feed. But yeah, as for me, I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to crawl into bed and not write. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow and maybe write, but mostly do school and try my hardest to just do me. Good night. And I love you all. And I hope that the rest of this week goes well for you. Take care.